my friends. The Parsha today is Teruma. And to start the Parsha, I would like to begin with a story. Once there was a young man in the yeshiva. He had a Rabbi, and the Rabbi just drove him crazy. The Rabbi was always pontificating about Torah and this and that. So the young man decided to show him up in front of all of the community. So he took a small bird in his hand, and he took it to the Rebbe and said, "Tell me, O Rebbe, is this bird alive or dead?" Because he had decided, but he couldn't see the bird, that if the Rebbe said it was alive, he would kill it, and if he said it was dead, he would just open his hand and it would fly away. "Tell me, O Rebbe," he said, "is this bird alive or dead?" The old man looked at him with a smile and said, "My son, it all depends on you." The Parsha is Teruma. It is a Parsha about the Mishkan that is built in the desert. There's a line of the Torah that sums it up. "Let the people make for me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them." The Mishkan was the temple that was built in the desert, but it was also a portable temple that people were able to take with them wherever they went. The idea of the Mishkan is an idea of a dwelling that is outlined in both time and space. Because it says that I may dwell among them, that is to say there's an understanding that unless there is a something there, there is a there, some presence, some artifact in space, there can be no deeper presence. Only if we are capable of dwelling in a situation in a deeper sense, only then are we capable of building that which is proper for it. There is the understanding that holiness needs a certain set of prerequisites. And though some men and women can achieve the status of their own enlightenment just almost spontaneously, most people need a form and a framework. Our teachers are saying not only a framework in terms of ritual, but a framework as an actual space. That for spiritual inner space to be developed, for the still small voice of God to be heard, there must be an environment, a hand that is holding us in a manner of speaking. There must be an environment conducive for that voice to be heard, certainly in a consistent manner. The Mishkan, our teachers say, was a vision that was given in fire. The entire building was outlined in fire. Itself a very strange image, because fire and buildings are opposite to each other, that one has the ability to destroy the other. But our teachers say that the reason the Mishkan was outlined in fire was that fire represents the Jewish people as a whole, that the Jewish people, the Jewish path is a way of fire. It is not the way of tranquility that we might find in Buddhism, but it is the way of passion that we find in the ever-moving nature and ever-alive nature of fire. The Mishkan and the building of the Mishkan brings up the question of what makes a home a home. A home as different from just a house. For sure, a home is just a space, but it is a particular kind of space. It is a space that is permeated with heart. That is the difference between a house and a home. That a home is permeated with the heart. When it says, "I will make a sanctuary that I may dwell among them," read not "in it," but the Torah says "in them," that it means to say that God will dwell in the human heart. That is the true Mishkan. The outside representation is to help a person perceive it more clearly as a thing that I seek to build within myself. It says create a Torah field, create a Torah neighborhood, create a Torah environment, and God will be able to dwell there then. In the space of the collected nexus of human desires, as one writer wrote. The Sfas Emes quotes a medrash to try to illustrate this in a more homey kind of a way. There was once a king with an only child and only daughter, and she married, and she moved off to a far place. And he said, "I cannot be distant from you. Please let me come and just build a little hut near you. I cannot let my child go. In the same way, God of Israel, the Jewish vision of the divine, is saying, everywhere you go, make me a space. Make me a little hut that I can dwell there with you, that I can dwell there in you. It says of Moses that he was able to talk to God face to face. The Mishkan and the building of the Mishkan is seeking to reiterate that kind of an understanding, that the Jewish nature of the divine is to be seen face to face, it is to be close, it is inside the human heart. But nothing can come inside this Mishkan of the heart, nothing can come inside of us unless we permit it to be.